Hello, Karen?
Hello? Hey.
Karen.
Yeah?
Okay, listen. I just got a phone call from some guy, I forget his name, right? But he's some lawyer that is investigating the whole situation and he wants to meet up with me because he's
Okay.
telling me that how he's dug up a lot about you and that how
We'll meet him then.
about he knows that you're going to school, whatever, and use Lindo and Hoffman as your name, and that he said that there's T4 that match that apparently says that I was earning $50,000 back in 1997. I ordered all my T4s, right? And
I don't know
so
what
it
he's talking
doesn't
about.
match.
So
That doesn't match any of the ones I have. So what do you want to
I don't
say?
know what he's talking about, to be honest. The best thing to do is go talk to the guy or see the guy or tell him to leave you alone. Because I have no idea what he's talking about. I
Um,
don't have, I don't have, uh, I don't have access to your T4 or your T4 information.
I'm talking about back then. We're not
Even
talking
back
about
then,
now.
I don't have
Well,
access to that.
Well, I do because I ordered all my T4s, and he's saying that in order for me to be part of some mortgage, I had to be earning a certain substantial amount of money, and he told me it says your T4 says that you own over $50,000, and he asked me if I had a job then, and I never had a job then.
I don't know what he's talking about, Sebastian, Dwayne, to be honest. I don't know what they're talking about. I have no clue. You cannot ask me. I have no idea.
You have no idea about this
I have no idea
situation
what
at
you guys
all.
are what you're talking about right now.
You have no idea about this situation at all, is what you're saying
I
to
have
me.
no idea what you're talking about. I didn't order no T4s. I never put that you're earning nothing.
Okay,
So
you're
I don't
saying
know what he's talking about.
you're telling me this whole mortgage thing you have no idea about. You're telling me this, me. You need to come off that exemplary of mystical warlockness because yo, reality check, eh? You're talking to me.
Look,
So
all I know
I'm
is
asking,
the paper was signed. That's all I remember. What corresponded? I have no idea, Dwayne.
what
And
paper was
you don't
signed?
have. I'm not lying to you. I have no idea.
What paper was
This
signed?
happened in 90 whatever year it is.
What paper
I
was
have
signed?
no idea.
But what paper was signed? And what are you talking about?
I
You have
don't know.
Karen, you have no idea. There was a judgment. There was a court proceeding. Somebody gave you court papers.
I didn't get it. You're not listening to
Okay,
me.
fine. Okay, fine,
I told
fine.
you that from before. I didn't get served that paper. I have no idea where that paper came from. I did not get served. I know nothing about the court procedure. I told you the first time I've seen it is when you showed it to me.
Karen. So then,
First time I'm seeing it.
so then, in other words, you're telling me you went to court, dealt with the.
Never went to court.
Well, it says that there was a judgment that was dealt
Hey,
with.
well, read it. I didn't go to court. I can't. I don't have. You don't have to be there for a judgment to go. I didn't go to court because I didn't get served no papers. I got served no papers.
So how would you know to claim bankruptcy then if you didn't?
Claimed bankruptcy because I was going to do something else. I claimed bankruptcy once I went into corrections. I
Corrections.
just claimed the bankruptcy.
Oh, what do you mean when you became
Bankruptcy against a lot of other stuff.
when you became a guard?
Yeah.
Oh, so just because you had that and you were clearing up anything else that you had that was a mess?
That had nothing to do with why I was claiming
Well,
bankruptcy.
no, but you put.
When I claimed the bankruptcy. Being a guard had nothing to do with it.
No, I'm not talking about being a guard. I'm talking about the whole fact of if you already had a whole bunch of debts from some other things that were small that amounted up to whatever, and then you just put this situation of the house on top of that and cleared it up. Because I'm pretty sure
I put everything when I went and talked to the bankruptcy guy, which I told you to go talk to a bankruptcy guy. When I went and claimed bankruptcy,
you never told me nothing about this.
oh my fucking God. Dwayne, I don't have time. I claimed bankruptcy. I claimed everything. My student loans, everything.
Okay,
Everything.
but so if you did that back then and you went to claim bankruptcy and you knew you're claiming bankruptcy on the house as well because of whatever
No,
a
I didn't know about
situation.
that because I'll tell you this, my bankruptcy guy had to do a lot of background digging for me.
No, I'm saying
He's,
the house. Well, you knew that if you claim in bankruptcy, I'm pretty sure they are gonna say, "Hey, your house is on this as well," and they're gonna let you know why. Would that not happen?
could
So,
have,
would you not know about having to be dealing with that court judgment settlement?
I wouldn't have.
How would you not know that if your house is gonna be sold by the government or
I have
repossessed?
no idea who sold the house if the soul was by by the government. I got kicked out of the house by a sheriff.
You got kicked out of the house by a sheriff? Why?
There you go.
Why?
How the hell? Because everybody wasn't paying me.
You mean everybody?
I had to carry that thing on my own.
So who all lived there?
I don't know, Dwayne, at this time, really, I don't remember who lived there. Faye was living there, Ollie was living there. At one point, somebody else was living there. Nobody wanted to pay me their rent. I don't know. It's so long ago, I really can't remember. I just know a few people were living there. Nobody would pay them their rent. I got kicked out by a sheriff. That was it. When I went just before I went to corrections, I claimed the bankruptcy because I was claiming against my student loan. They said, what else do you have out there? I said, well, I had a mortgage. Well, who'd you have the mortgage with? Oh, I can't remember. And they dug up all the information. One, if anything like a judgment was there, I don't know about it because it would have been cleared by my bankruptcy people. If there was paperwork filed, I have no idea. If there was a court order, I would not have no prior knowledge of it because it would be cleared by my trustee. So if anybody knew about a court order or no court order, it would have been my trustee. I may not have any prior knowledge to it. He had the knowledge to it. Because I claimed every single thing that I had that I thought was a debt.
Oh, okay. So so then who's Kathy?
Okay, go ahead.
Who's Kathy Cates? Because
I don't know who the hell
if that person is at the house and saying that they lived at the house and they're accepting...
I don't know who it is.
Okay, but so you're saying to me that there's people in your house that was in your house.
But you're asking me who Kathy Kate is. I don't know. Who's Kathy Kate?
I'm asking you who's in your house to be accepting court like summonses on behalf of apparently me and saying that I lived there and that they're gonna hand it to me. And actually,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
And you're saying that you never get. And so you're saying that
I
you.
didn't have anybody living in no house. I told you the sheriff kicked me out of that house. End the conversation. I don't know nothing about no Kathy Cates living in no house. I know nothing about that.
Okay, but.
I don't know nothing about it.
But what I'm saying.
Twice now.
But what I'm saying to you is that you're gonna tell me that this person is saying that they took this and that why wouldn't you, knowing that the house went into a court proceeding, obviously.
You don't listen to me, you know.
I know you claimed bankruptcy.
Nothing about the house going into court proceedings. Quote and unquote. Listen to me now. I know nothing about the house going into court proceedings. Period. One, I have no idea who this Kathy Cates is. I have no idea who they served these papers to. Period. I didn't get served papers. Know nothing about it.
Okay, well, I'm saying like.
What to do?
Okay, so in other words, Kathy Cates never lived there.
I don't know who the fuck Cates is.
I'm asking you that.
Flipping shit. Are you listening to me? I
I'm
don't
asking,
know who that fucking person is.
I'm asking you, Kathy Cates.
I don't know them.
Okay, but I'm saying Kathy Cates never lived there then, right?
I don't know who it is. So if I don't know who it is, how the hell can I tell you who lives there? I don't know who it is.
Okay, but I'm just saying, the whole point is that because that person signed for the document, so that person never lived there. That person lied, obviously, right? Whoever that was lied.
Whoever, I don't know. So if that's the case, that's what I told you. Go and find out how it was served, who applied.
But you're not agreeing with me on that? Because
I guess so, because I don't know who the hell that is.
How's it a guess? If that person never lived there, whoever was there at your house that lived there and accepted those papers from that person who served it, obviously they lied and said that, well, apparently they lied and said that their name is Kathy Cates, signed for it, and said that they would be giving that paper to me, because apparently I lived there.
How are they going to give you something and I don't know who the fuck the person is and you don't know who the fuck the person is?
That's
and if they're signing,
what I'm saying.
Here's something for you. If I get kicked out of a home, how are they going to serve it to the house that I don't live at?
Before. Could have been before.
It wouldn't have been before, because I never got served no papers.
Well, when did you get kicked out? Karen.
And if you look on the date on the papers, it's clearly after I got kicked out. I got kicked out not too long after I had the house. So, even if it was before, then why would there be a Kathy?
When did you get kicked out?
I don't know no Kathy.
But when did you get kicked out?
I have no fucking clue.
So then how are you going to tell me it's clearly before or after? You wouldn't be able to tell me that right now.
Because I'm going to say I never got served no papers. I don't have no papers, so it's clearly after I got kicked out. Because I don't know nothing about papers.
Yeah, but we're establishing the whole fact that the person obviously didn't give it to you is what you're saying. That you didn't get it and I didn't get it. So then you could not be able to say that you were to get it.
Something if I don't know who they are.
Okay, but at the same time, you cannot say when it was brought or wasn't brought around because you never got it is what you're saying. So you can't say it was before or after the sheriff.
Whatever. I still don't know no Kathy Cates. Nobody gave me no freaking paperwork. I never got no paperwork on the house. All I know is the sheriff showed up at my door and kicked me out.
Okay, how do you?
Station.
Okay, well, how do you?
Not serve no court.
So then, how did my name get on all the papers for this mortgage?
Go look on the court paper. I don't know.
No, how did my name get on the mortgage for the mortgage and all that?
Oh, you know what?
Like from the get-go. No, this is serious. There's no more running from this. This is over a year, eh? So you have to stand and talk to me about it someday.
You know what? At the same time, I don't really have to talk to you because I tried to talk to you before, and you were belligerent with me. I even tried to help you, and you were belligerent with me. You threatened me.
I threatened to call the cops on you, and I threatened you? Yeah.
I've never done that to you, and you want me
You
to
stabbed me with a fork. But anyways, listen, don't come off subject. Listen, I'm asking you about something, okay? Get it through your head, eh? This is about life, so be cool about this.
You asked me, I've told you already. You said, how'd you dare name get on the mortgage? I guess because you co-signed it. I don't know, remember? I just remember you signed paperwork. Was I the only one there? No. What are you, Doug Rick? Because I don't know.
Rick who?
Whoever the guy, I don't know how your name got on mortgage.
Who's Rick?
Your name was
Rick
probably
who?
on the paperwork
Rick
for
who?
the house. Because when we put in for the house, I guess your name was on it. I don't know.
Rick who?
Go look on it. You must know. You're running around telling everybody you didn't sign it, so then you didn't sign it. Why are we having this conversation now?
Rick who?
Oh my God. The real estate guy. The same one you've been telling is the real estate guy.
No, I talked to the lawyer, okay? So I talked to every single lawyer, the buyer, the seller, the ones who are dealing with the collection, every single lawyer that is involved since freaking 1997, and the ones that are dealing with now. I talked to Planner's lawyer, Law Pro. I talked to that guy. I talked to the lawyers for Canada Housing Mortgage. I talked to every single lawyer about this situation. Okay? So you have to and should know more than any of these lawyers. And if you're saying Rick who? Are you talking about Sebastian's dad, Rick Montague?
There you go.
There I go. What?
Wasn't he the real estate guy?
He was the guy that dealt with this? Rick dealt with this?
I mean, you're supposed to be knowing everything about that, but you got to realize something. That happened how many years ago? I ain't going to remember all that.
I'm asking you something. I'm asking because I want to come back and ask who's all involved in this. So you're telling me Sebastian's dad is involved with it? He's the one that forego all these paperwork to all the the other lawyer?
That's who you need to talk to because
I'm asking you. Don't say there you go like I fucking know this shit. Yo, I'm asking.
I don't have time.
Yeah, you should have time for this because, yo, my life's got screwed. So, yeah, I'm trying to fix my stuff. They have the debt of $80,000. I have a debt for $80,000, okay? Not nobody else. And this has nothing to do with me. I don't know nothing about this, so I want to know what's good and who's involved. So, you know what I mean? Karen, are you going to just put the phone down and go talk to your husband now?
Why would I need to talk to my
because
husband?
I'm talking to you, man, and it's just quiet, so I'm asking you.
Why would you think I put down the phone and I'm going to talk to my husband?
Well, you know why? Because this family...
He clearly called here the other day asking to talk to my husband. What were you going to talk to him
Clearly
about?
called to ask some kid who answered the phone to act for you. So get your story straight and tell those little youths. Watch who they repeat from.
Story I was told that you asked
I don't care. Well, this is the story. So, okay, then. So maybe I should have just proceeded to tell everybody the follow-up of this story for why I'm calling. Come on, man. I'm asking you something. So Sebastian's dad, Rick Montague, he's the one that has gone and took all these papers and started with whoever the lawyer or whoever he had to bring it to? Is that what you're saying?
What lawyer are you talking about? Because you know what? Why don't you send me what you're saying? Because you're saying you contact some lawyer that was signing on the paperwork. Okay, where's that lawyer?
Karen.
I'm just asking
Karen,
you. You said
Karen.
there was a lawyer that signed on the
I
paperwork.
asked you if... I asked you this. Okay, just answer me. I already told you. I spoke to every single lawyer. If you cannot go back to all your paperwork that you should have from this, because you know what? This is something of your life. So if you can't even know who's all involved with it, and I'm finding out all the people involved with it, doesn't that have to say something?
No, because according to you, mom's involved, Grummy's involved.
Yeah, because Canada Housing and Mortgage is the one who told me all who was involved. As she flipped through the pages, the first time I contacted and tried to get in contact with you guys, and you guys all brushed me off like this was nothing, I told you what she said. I told
belligerent to people, Dwayne.
okay, you guys want to call me? Okay, Karen, you want to call me belligerent? You want to call me names? You can say and describe it all you want.
Names. I'm
That's
saying
okay.
you
It's
called
okay.
and we're acting
Okay, but
belligerent.
let's just
How do you
focus.
to talk
Focus.
to you if you're screaming and carrying
Yeah,
on
yeah,
and
yeah,
calling
yeah,
them
yeah.
all
That's
wrong
okay.
kind of names?
Okay, focus. Regardless, we don't have to go through all that. What we're dealing with is what's up. Rick Montague, Sebastian's dad, is the one that forgoes. So you're saying all these things, all the paperwork that was done for that house to get bought and stuff, Rick had dealt with it? You're saying that Rick Montague is the next hand on this?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's a real estate agent.
And he's a real estate agent.
That's what I'm told.
That's what you're told. That's what you know.
No,
Because
that's
if you're
what I'm told.
you're telling me, so you're saying that you don't know Rick Montague. You're telling me you only know him by hearsay?
Or are you just going to cut me off every minute? Because I really don't have time to sit here and chat all day. Okay? When I was dealing with this house, this situation, Rick had just gotten, either he was just newly a real estate agent or he said he was a real estate agent and he could help me. Because I wasn't really, he's the one I went to and he found the place. He brought you on. This is all I can remember vaguely of this is you went on, and the whole idea was it was supposed to be all our houses, including Sebastian. The only reason why Sebastian couldn't have been on it was he was too young. That is all I remember about the house situation. I remember signing. I remember you signing, and that is all I remember. And I remember having to pay the money on the house. I paid the money in the house. I moved into the house, and I paid ever since.
I never signed anything.
Can I finish?
No, because I never signed anything. You know what I mean? I never went to
no.
I didn't go in the lawyer's
We
office.
don't have to worry about it. Tell them to take your damn name off it and then come call me. Because at the end of the day,
Karen, why are you
bothering me then if it's not your signature?
Hey, if you know how the world works and how the government works, are you seriously gonna say to me, tell them to take my name off is gonna work?
Hey, you're the one that's saying you didn't sign
I'm
it.
asking you because you're saying that you used to be a guard and you're in a paralegal now. So if you're gonna be if you know all this stuff, if you know, be quiet for a second.
You signed it, and then you were gonna ask me for money. Where is the money from the deal? Is the exact words came out of your mouth when you called here. Where's the money from the deal? And I said, what are you talking about? The money from the deal. I remember being in Faye's apartment when we talked about it, and Rick said I would get paid for it, and I wouldn't sign this unless I get paid for it. Did you not call me and say that to me?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
And I'm sitting there going, what money are you talking about? First of all, you didn't put no money on the house. You didn't do anything with the house. All you did was sign a stinking piece of paper, which you claim you didn't sign. You went as far as to try and get me charged for fraud because your name was signed on something that you said you didn't sign. Then you came and you're calling me and you're trying to get money off me. So what is it you want? Because I'm confused. First you want this out of your name. Now you want me to give you money. Then you don't even know what you want. If you want it, I told you how to rectify it. I cannot do anything from my end. I cannot fix it. I cannot make it go away.
Okay, well.
And I'm telling you that you cannot make it go away.
Well,
the only thing you can do is.
Okay, well, all I'm going to say to you, all I'm going to say, all I'm going to say is, like I spoke to that lawyer guy, and he showed me, he told me